Yo, hey,
We're back.
December to remember, huh?
Remember December?
Remember? So how's everyone doing today? It's just me and Trev, there's no Parker.
Toast to December.
It's just not the same with those Monster Hydros.
Yeah, because they're not carbonated. At least it makes the slights and the clack clack.
There's simply no sipping going on.
Alright, so we haven't played this game in a few weeks.
Oh no, we didn't have LPs last week, because
Yeah.
it was Black Friday.
2 weeks.
We were all too tired.
I'm pretty sure that I stopped on the cat and I didn't finish the cat, so I have to go down to the floor under and do that.
Agreed. So, question of the part. How's everyone today? Good? Bad? Indifferent? How's the weather? Yep.
The weather.
It's cold. You know what we haven't had in a while? Rain.
What? Didn't we just have rain like a day or two ago?
Really?
And it rained pretty hard.
Maybe. Kind of forget it. It was forgettable rain. We need a good snow where it snows overnight, but then all goes away by morning.
Why? Snow sucks. It looks cool.
That's what I'm
mean-
saying. It just snows at night when everyone's already home, and it's like, aw.
Yeah,
and
but
then it's instantly away next morning.
It only looks good when, like, it doesn't get plowed and stuff.
That's what I'm saying. The second it gets plowed, it just disappears.
Yeah, but then it's like, it's just piles of, like, white and gray, like, dirty snow all over the place.
Oh no, I mean it snows and then it goes to like 55 degrees.
Okay. So it will snow at night and then it'll be gone by...
That's what I mean. That's
Okay.
literally what I mean.
Nice.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense for you to want that.
Yeah. Because then it's like, yeah, snow's cool. And then when you wake up, you're like, oh yeah, I have to go out in this.
Yeah,
Never mind.
you get told that it snowed, and it's like, oh yeah, snow's cool, and you don't see it.
And you don't have to do anything about it. Here we go. Whoa! That was epic.
Yeah, I was probably complaining about this last time, but the cat missions are, they're interesting, but they're definitely just filler. Oh yeah, I have to, like, track it. I hope I want the right place. Okay. Okay, so it's up here.
Literally here, kitty. What is it, like hidden back? Oh. Hi, cat.
Give me that. Give me.
No, you must forever be at now you're gonna be at 99? Oh, man. So how's everyone's December? Good? Pretty tired today.
Yeah, holidays, I mean,
It's a Saturday.
holidays is just, I'm tired after every day.
You know. But, you know, after that there's January. That's a month. It's a hell of a month.
Oh yeah, so this is kind of
There we go. Got him! What the?
Yeah, if you remember, so this cat only stalks you when you're when you're not looking at it. But once you figure it out, it's super easy.
Oh, you can use it as Luigi? I think I knew that.
Yeah, I think I said this last time, but it's odd that it's not just this cat, but like characters in general, enemies in general, don't really like recognize Luigi as like a thing that exists, and it just ignores it. Not all the time, but usually.
Cool. This is just like the I'm sucking up flowers level. Here we go. Oh, he went to the next floor.
Luckily, this is the last floor that he actually goes to, so it ends. But it basically just wants you to retrack this entire level.
Nice. Oh, I thought he went literally to the next like floor, like floor 8. Like I realized this whole thing is
no.
floor 7. Wonder where he is.
Oh yeah, right.
What the?
Is that all I do? Oh, yeah.
Oh, you get both? That's cool. See you later, Luigi.
Alright, so you can see the cat. What you have to do is turn these valves on. And you know what they always say, cats don't like water, am I right?
I thought the
fellow cat lovers.
I thought the watermelon was gonna explode.
Yes, hello.
What is going on?
I don't know. Maybe I should do this. Okay, that's actually what I was supposed to do. And now it doesn't like the water. Okay, it's very picky.
This cat is getting BTFO'd.
Whoa. Hi. My controls are being super weird for a second. Alright, last tail. It's over.
Oh boy.
And it still goes away? Like, you don't get to, like, capture it?
I'm pretty sure that the cat is the female boss of this.
Dude, have we literally seen her since the very beginning? Like, has there been, like, any story since the very beginning?
I think you see her one time and she's just, like, in a chair, being maniacal, and being angry that Luigi's still not dead.
I want to say that, like, I'm not against it, like, it's fine. I don't expect a game like this to have, like, crazy story, but, like, you're what, like, halfway through the game and you only saw the big bad ghost twice, right? Like, once at the beginning and then once...
Yeah. And honestly, the main villain is actually King Boo, and you see him one time. But I don't think it really matters too much, in my opinion, because it's mostly the exploration of the mansion, and the villains are just more giving a purpose for you to explore a mansion, more so than the other way around.
But I'll counter with must story.
Yeah, must story in Nintendo games.
Yeah.
Even Breath of the Wild, which is like, I mean, if you want to, it can be like a 120-hour game, has just the most bare-bones plot in the world. It has a neat premise, but premise is not story.
Rip. Let's go with this question of the part. Alex Swingle, who, by the way, is Alex Brossman now. Congratulations to you and Nick.
Are you sad that Nick's not here?
I'm very sad because we can't have our Alex Nick hour.
Yeah.
I want Alex to, like, I don't know which episode it was, to be honest, where we said for him to go on Nick's Twitch, N as a Nick, N Brossman, twitch.tv/N Brossman, and then troll him on there. And I don't even think Nick would ban you, dude. Just for what it's worth, Alex Swingle.
I don't even know how often Nick even streams.
For a while he was doing it pretty often, but also I have not watched Twitch much recently.
I don't watch Twitch almost at all, except for one person occasionally.
I go off and on. Sometimes I'll have like a month where I watch quite a bit. That's like my main like watching entertainment. You know, it's off and on. I watched for the first time in a while the other day. And I was like, oh, all my guys are still here. They're doing their thing. Cordelium was doing like a real pure 100% FF7 run. Or, I'm sorry, FF6 run. And he was at like 36 hours. And I was like, sure hope you took a bunch of breaks and slept and stuff.
No, dude. All you need is some empty bottles around you.
Let's go.
Uh-oh. You see that?
Night at the museum.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Well, I'm sure nothing's gonna happen.
Did y'all see that? Is it just me?
What? I never saw this coming. It's actually funny that the last game I LP'd was DMC1, which has the same... I mean, not the same exact thing, but it has a dinosaur that's a skeleton that tries to hurt you.
Are T-Rexes scarier as T-Rexes or as skeleton T-Rexes? Put it up on the board, yes or no? Okie dokie.
Rip.
Why? Why you gotta hurt this noble creature?
Yeah, why am I hurting this thing that boxed me in from some invisible power
It's
that I have
just
to do?
scared. It's scared of you.
Yeah.
It's more scared of you than you are of it. Rip.
Rip. Oh yeah, this one I have to bait with Luigi.
What?
Yeah. Eat him. Eat him. Eat him.
No way. Oh, because you only have one. That's the smartest thing I've ever seen. Ever.
I mean, I gotta be honest, when I was playing this the first time, I was like, what do I do? I always forget that, like, Luigi can be used as bait, but only for some enemies.
Uh-oh!
Ruh-roh.
Luigi still runs like a friggin' punk.
He's scared, bro.
What'd you shoot him?
Just, like, bits of the fossils.
Oh. Lol.
Apparently, shooting his butt doesn't count.
T-Rexes have very strong butts. They also have very strong iframes.
They also have functional lungs, apparently.
Well, also when the first cutscene, when he was roaring at you, like literally spit came out, and I was like, really now?
Yeah, he just has lungs and functional vocal cords. This game's a 0 out of 10. It's
0.
Not realistic at all.
I want to see a game that spends years and years just doing that one scene to make sure everything is very anatomically correct. Okay? So, yeah. Oh, it was a ghost! A ghost!
Yeah, this is a weird ghost. It just kind of shows up. It's not very hard.
Oh, I get it, because he's a caveman.
He's a caveman, even though caveman and dinosaurs didn't exist in the same time
Okay,
period.
now this game's a -2 out of 10.
Did they even take second grade history?
What?
Do they even teach history in second grade?
If you're smart, which these guys are not, JK, they're probably pretty smart.
Oh man, I screwed it up.
Why? Could you have kept going?
I found out that, especially with like enemies that have like a really high health bar, you can suck them up for a bit longer before you start doing that melee attack, and it'll make potentially a cycle disappear.
Huh. I think I knew that. Can you, like, are we being serious here, that he has this move that leaves him vulnerable? Like, what?
Should be good now.
Like, did you see that move he does? He, like, slams really hard and then gets his bone stuck in the ground.
But it's scary because you have to jump over it.
And then he's vulnerable. What if he just never did that move? Huh? About that? How about that?
What if they actually designed a game where you get to a boss that you literally just cannot kill?
Sounds like a Japanese game. Like, I could see, like, a Star Ocean doing that. Like, something like that. I don't know. I don't
Why
know.
Star Ocean specifically?
Because isn't that game, like, notoriously, like, ruthless?
I mean, Star Ocean, like, especially Star Ocean 3, like, post-content is very hard, but it's not impossible. It's just like, oh, you have to be level 255 with optimized, synthesized equipment for all characters and the best items, and you can still die.
Okay, here's a real questionable part, and I want Trev to think about this, and I'm gonna think about it too. You ready? What is, you know how this usually happens early in games, but you know when you have a boss that you can't actually beat, and it's part of the story for you to lose?
Okay.
What's an example of that?
When you're Lynx in Chrono Cross, when you transfer bodies with Surge,
Right.
and you can't win.
So you have to lose that, right? What's a time where you honestly, honest to God, thought that, like, it was one of those things, and then you literally got a game over, that you're like, oh my god, it really, holy crap. Like...
Dude, I can swear that happened recently for me.
There's definitely times, like, I'm not...
I swear, like, sometime this year I was like, that was a real fight? I got a game over?
Yeah. And, like, sometimes you, like, get to a boss, and I'm not talking an end game boss, I'm not talking a post game boss, but something like, I don't know, an hour or two in, and you just get BTFO'd so hard. Oh, I can think of one, actually. What's the sword guy's name in Bloodstained again? Whatever. So the guy who gives you the
Zangetsu.
Zangetsu, I was, like, very underleveled when I first got to him, and I, honest to God, thought that, like, once I saw him, I was like, oh, this is one of those things where you're gonna lose to him, and he's gonna be like, try harder. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Zangetsu is a really hard fight.
Yeah, and I was also, like, I wasn't going out of my way to level or anything, and I wasn't very good at the game, so I literally was like, oh. So I was still trying, but then when I lost and it was game over, I was like, wait a minute, seriously? Because it was clear that he was, like, a friend more than an enemy, you know what I mean? So that is actually one that I thought of, that happened within the last 6 months or so. It was, like I said, the first fight, specifically. But, yeah, if anyone out there can think of one, because I know that everyone's had a moment like that where you're like, oh, you know. It's like, you know, in terms of, like...
I will say on the opposite end, in terms of, like, hardest designed to win fights, if you want the hardest JRPG, you should play Shin Megami Tensei Digital Devil Saga 1.
Nah, I don't think I need to play that.
I mean, it's not weeaboo like the Persona games. It's
yeah, but what you said hardest. I don't think I need hardest.
Yeah.
I'll get so frustrated.
There is a fight where you actually fight against SMT3's protagonist, who's just called Demi-Fiend. And that fight is one of the hardest designed JRPG boss fights of all time. It probably is, like, near number one.
One of the things that, let's just talk about boss design while this is going through.
Holy crap, it's Sneed.
Sneed! Oh, here's the part where you see Chuck. Formerly Chuck.
Although it's more Cletus, I guess.
So, boss fights, right? So, like, one of the memes I kind of hate is where, like, it's like an ultimate boss, and the only thing about it is it's, like, very, very, very long. You know? I'd rather have a fight that was, like, super hard for, like, 5 minutes than, like, one of those, you know, like, what's that boss in, FF10?
So I don't want to sidetrack you, but, so when I was playing this today, I got stuck in this room. It's, the solution to this is in this room. So this green pipe...
Wait, Luigi goes up the pipe.
Okay. And it was a trick.
Okay. How does Luigi get up the other pipe? Can Luigi... No, Luigi can't go through water.
Okay, so there's another one. I'll save you some time. There's another one over here. So there's another pipe, and you're like, oh crap, this is it. So let's do this.
And it's just gonna go to, like, the other side.
So it just, there's a green pipe over there. It's just one of those ones that give you some money.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll give you another hint that it's definitely not over here.
Okay.
Alright, so we have to get to that green pipe.
Right, and you can't jump and you can't do anything.
So
what about that,
you have this. So this turns off the water. And you can turn it back on.
What would that matter? Obviously it does. What about that thing where you, like, search? Like, does that have anything to do with it?
This?
Yeah. It always seems to be that's the answer. I don't know, though.
Okay, so
I'm small brain.
This is complete bullcrap in my opinion. So this is a fake paper wall. And I had to look this up, and when I looked it up, I was like, how are you possibly supposed to know that? Like, the wall is slightly different color. And I bet there's some people that are like, oh, I saw it a mile away. And it's just like, there's... There's no... Why is there a valve here for that water that does absolutely nothing?
Absolutely based. This game... Luigi still has it.
Alright.
But yeah, I don't like it in games where, like, the whole meme of the final boss is, it's a 3-hour boss. Like, who wants that? Like, so you do 2 hours of this boss, and then you forget to heal at the right spot, and it's like, oh, better restart, you know?
That's all of Final Fantasy X's post-games.
Yeah, what, Anima? I forget its name. Penance.
Yeah, he has literally 10 million HP.
And you take 9999 at max. Well,
in Final Fantasy 10, at least you can limit break to 99,999.
Still a lot.
But
of
still,
hits.
that's 1,000. That's 1,000 hits.
That's pretty brutal. Like, I just.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I know. We've talked about this before, but the meme of. My game length is all that matters. Like, I really just hate. Like, I would rather have a game that, like, was shorter but excellent. That's why I like the God of War games. They're not long, but I like them. Like the old school ones. I didn't play the newer one much. But,
the newer one is pretty alright. I remember that my opinion when I would immediately finish a game was, like, really good, but I don't think I agree with that anymore.
I will say the Spider-Man game is excellente. Wait, how do you know which one's gonna turn on?
You just have to kind of, like, eyeball it and remember which ones do what, but I don't remember. And obviously the thing that sucks about this the most is,
So move to the fourth one. Right. Okay. Right. I don't remember if this does it.
I don't think so. Hopefully not.
Based.
I think.
Epic for the win.
Look at this hardcore lock.
Wow. So yeah, when people are like, oh, my Skyrim, I put so much time in, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, if a game can be long and still be engaging, it can be good, for sure. But if it's Skyrim or, like, an MMO, where it's like, okay, what are you doing 99% of the game? Oh, it's a fetch quest with, like, very filler story and combat and consequences, and you can just skip it entirely. It's like, that's not.
Yeah. I don't know. Or like,
But
when
like-
it's all just grinding, and you're like, oh.
But there's some games that are so good, like, I mean, sometimes when I replay Final Fantasy VII, I'm just like, I wish this game was a bit longer.
Yeah.
I mean, it's still like a good, like, if you know what you're doing.
30, 40, like with everything.
I was gonna say like 25 to 30 to get to the crater, and then if you really want to like grind everything and like get all the material, obviously that's gonna be like double that time, if not more.
That's what I did.
That's very very niche.
Because I'm hardcore. Every time I see someone play FF6, I'm like, or FF3, whatever, I'm like, I gotta play FF5 again! Butts! And Faris! And Galuf!
I just wish that a lot of the Final Fantasies I find have a good level progression, and this is like for Final Fantasy 7, 10, and even 13, where it feels fairly good to play, but then once you get to the final boss and you're like, well, I want to do the post-game now, like, almost all the post-game is like, oh, you have to get to level 99, or complete the sphere grid, or finish all the classes in Final Fantasy 13. Oh, you're going to be grinding for the next 20 hours. It's going to be monotonous and boring, just so you can stand a chance against the Dark Aliens.
FF9 seems like it's a good mix of that, because it only has 2 ultimate bosses, and they're not like the worst thing
I forget
ever?
the one that looks like a planet.
Ozma.
That one's pretty hard.
And it's not one of those meme long bosses. It only has like, it has I think less than 100,000. But the thing is, it's just constantly hitting you with like status things. I kind of like fights like that where it's just like all you do is yes.
This is actually pretty. Even though it's a sewer and water level, this is a pretty comfy level.
The water physics though.
Yeah, rip Miiverse.
That that Miiverse guy right now is playing this game and he's like, some good water. That's some good water graphics. I'm pretty sure that guy was just an early version of a meme king. See you, Luigi. Bye forever.
Yep. Forever.
He's gone.
Garbage.
Garbage and money.
Whoa. Sometimes the physics doing this, like you like retain your like velocity when you like go back to Luigi, even though it makes no sense.
We've got to have explosions. That, my friends, is what we call a damage boost. He saved half a second right there.
Alright. Oh yeah, so this one, I don't actually have to do anything. I just make sure that Luigi doesn't die.
How can Luigi die?
You're slowly going forward to that spike gate.
Oh, okay. Whee!
But yeah, all these Luigi things are just time wasters. Yeah, pretty lenient time limit for sure.
Well, hey, drop it right on him.
That sounds awesome. Yeah.
Yes. Get those literal 3 coins. Have you bought anything yet?
Nope. Probably the thing that I'm gonna need to buy is the boo finders, because I just realized I have like 1 boo, and I don't know if you actually need them to finish the game. But if you do, that's gonna be something I do off screen, because it sounds boring.
Fine, the boost. If you think about how I know literally nothing about the second one, but if you think about like how advanced 3 is compared to Luigi's Mansion 1, like there's just so much more going on.
This game is
like the first one's just find the boos, fight the bosses.
Yeah, this game is more in the vein of the second one in terms of like visual style. I never finished the second one because I don't think it's very good, honestly. The second one has like, instead of like 1 big mansion, it has like a lot of mini mansions, and even the mini mansions are like, they cut them up into segments because Egad will like call you back to his lab constantly. It's not very fun.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna wait. Okay, this way now.
What was that?
They were if they hit you, they're ghosts and they knock you off the boat, so you have to like redo a bunch of stuff.
No!
They're not very fun.
That's the worst thing. Yes. Uh-oh.
Oh.
Getting those pants wet, Luigi.
Dude, he's a plumber. This is the first time he's plumbing in his life.
They're plumbers?
What?
Hey, question of the part for everyone. What's Mario's last name? Alright, you have time to think about it or pause the video.
If you watched the official canon Super Mario Bros. Movie, you will know this.
Alright, what is it?
It's Mario.
His name is Mario, which of course means that Luigi's name is Luigi Mario. Luigi literally can never get away from his older brother? Is Mario older?
I know that.
Rip. I'm leaving, I'm going. But no matter what, because his name is Luigi Mario. It's so good. And I don't care what Nintendo says, it was done in the blockbuster movie, so therefore
100% canon.
Therefore, it's canon forever. Like Shigeru